Hey everybody, welcome to your weekly forecast for Monday, August 1st through Sunday, August 7th. And a very special shout out to my subscribers and for those of you who like and share and comment on my videos. If you're a return viewer, meaning you come to check out my videos but you don't subscribe to my channel, would you please take the time to do that right now and click on the notification bell. You'll be notified each time I upload something. There's also links below in the description box. One is to my website where you can still get information even though it's kind of under construction because my web host is having problems with whatever, and I haven't been able to truly update my website. But there's something called Ask Me a Question, which is for those of you who only want to know maybe one or two things about your chart, okay? And I do want to mention that I usually cover all your aspects in the weeklies, but there is a major conjunction that's still going on. It's still in effect. And I kept saying Uranus conjunct Mars. And the aspect is all actually Mars conjunct Uranus. And believe it or not, there is a big difference in which planet is transiting and aspecting the other planet. Okay, if this were Uranus conjunct Mars, it would be a lot more potent, okay? And in a lot of ways, this conjunction is considered a hard aspect, okay? But I actually went into more detail in your monthlies, okay? So I'm not really going to cover it too much here because it was important enough to cover there, and I did touch very lightly on the moon's north node, which is in Taurus. I only use nodes and Chiron and a lot of other things, part of fortune, in personal charts, okay, not in a general reading. So anyways, on Monday, August 1st, the aspect is Mars in Taurus conjunct Uranus in Taurus. Okay, now on Tuesday, August 2nd, Venus in Cancer sextiles Uranus in Taurus. And on Wednesday, August 3rd, Venus in Cancer sextiles Mars in Taurus. Okay, so we have these two really nice sextiles, like the few days after this conjunction of Mars and Uranus. Okay, so I think it kind of tones it down a little bit. There's some kind of nice things coming out of whatever may have occurred during the conjunction on Monday in your life, okay? Don't forget, though, this aspect is in effect for a little while, so it doesn't necessarily have to be exactly working for you on the 1st, okay? So on Thursday, August 4th, Mercury moves into Virgo, and on Sunday, August 7th, Venus in Cancer trines Neptune in Pisces, and on the same day, Mars in Taurus squares Saturn in Aquarius. So let's get to your weekly forecast. So for Cancer, on Monday, August 1st, Mars in Taurus conjuncts Uranus in Taurus. And I actually covered this in your monthly forecast. Normally I would have done it here, but I just decided to go into a lot more detail in your monthly, excuse me, your monthly forecast. So listen to it there. Okay, so on Tuesday, August 2nd, Venus in Cancer in your, let's see here. In your first house. Okay, sextiles Uranus transiting in your 11th house of Taurus. Okay, and on Wednesday, August 3rd, Venus in Cancer in your first house sextiles Mars transiting in your 11th house of Taurus. Okay, where this conjunction just took place. So I'd have to say that whatever may have occurred around that conjunction, which is actually still in effect for a while, okay? But these very nice sextiles from Venus in your first house to these planets in your 11th house of friends, acquaintances, your most sociable house. This is social media and socializing in public, though, too. I'd have to say, if anything may have happened with your group of friends or within your group of friends or anything like that, or happened on social media or an organization that you belong to, you have Venus still in your first house, and you're being viewed, you know, very nicely, actually. I mean, you're still very popular. People still want to be around you, and, you know, whatever. Ask you to do things, you know, ask you out even. So, you know, because the Mars conjunct Uranus aspect, not really sure exactly how it's going to go. So whatever way it did go, the follow-up for you was actually very good. So you may have benefited from whatever occurred at that time, okay, with these two sextiles from Venus in your first house. So like on Sunday, August 7th, Venus again in your first house trines Neptune in your ninth house of Pisces, and on the same day, Mars in Taurus in your 11th house squares Saturn transiting in your 8th house of Aquarius. So, you know, this could be, it's just like something possibly involving your friends. Could possibly be in regards to travel or some kind of trip or some kind of an event that all of you guys are going to get together and do. With this square from Mars in your 11th to Saturn in your 8th house, I'd have to say it could be a bit of a money issue for you, but I believe that maybe someone had either offered to pay your way, or you were not going to be charged for whatever it was you guys were going to do. You were on a guest list, or you were given complimentary this or that or something or other. And maybe that's what happened, is that all of this comes up now, you know, that Mars conjunct Uranus thing could have been something like that. Plans that you had friends all of a sudden, with friends rather, all of a sudden are like all over the place, okay? So for Gemini, on, let's see here, Monday, August 1st, Mars in Taurus conjuncts Uranus in Taurus in your 12th house, where you have the sign of Taurus. Now, I actually covered this in more detail in your monthly forecast, so please go listen to it there, okay? But, okay, on August 2nd, here on Tuesday, Venus in your second house of Cancer sextiles Uranus in Taurus in your 12th house. And on Wednesday, August 3rd, Venus again in Cancer in your second house sextiles Mars in Taurus in your 12th house. So this conjunction takes place on Monday with Mars and Uranus. And then you've got these very nice sextiles from your second house of earned income and how you earn your money, okay, to Mars and Uranus in your 12th house of behind the scenes. Actions taken by you or someone else, or the house of secrets. You know, there could be some kind of arrangement, could be financial, okay, that may have been, you know, put together behind the scenes, right? Maybe that's what this conjunction was. Mars conjunct Uranus, all different possibilities here, okay? But with these sextiles from Venus in your second house of money, I'd have to say there is money in here somewhere, or the offer of giving you something. Venus governs luxury items like jewelry and perfume and gold jewelry, diamonds, stuff like that. Whatever. So maybe you're being offered something like that to maybe keep your mouth shut, or to agree to some kind of an arrangement that for now, I guess, has to be kept in secret, okay? On Sunday, August 7th, Venus in Cancer in your second house trines Neptune transiting in your 10th house of Pisces. And on the very same day, Mars in Taurus in your 12th house squares Saturn transiting in your 9th house of Aquarius. So very nice transit, though, from your second house where you have Venus, okay? Second house of earned income to your 10th house of your career, you know. It's not like a big, you know, flux of money or whatever coming in. What it looks to me like is there could be possibly, you know, like a shout out in your direction, or something, as far as whatever it is that you do for a living, possibly bringing you in more work. If you're self-employed, if you work for someone else, you're getting a little bit of a pat on the back for a job well done. but you need a little bit more than that, right? So with this Mars in your 12th house, squaring Saturn in your 9th house of higher education, philosophy, religious beliefs, your opinion, period. You know, a lot of times I would have to say that there's something that you're maybe outwardly agreeing on just to get away from this person. You know what I mean? Or you are being agreeable around someone that you can't stand. Okay, and it's mainly because you have nothing in common with this person, and you don't care to either. You know, you kind of look down your nose at them, and they do the same to you. Okay, so you could just be, you know, doing something like that right now. Just you know, being nice to you know, keep the peace, more or less. Okay, so for Scorpio, on Monday, August 1st, Mars in Taurus conjuncts Uranus in Taurus in your 7th house, where you have the sign of Taurus. Okay, now, for the other signs, a lot of the other signs, I did cover this in more detail in their monthly forecast, but I haven't uploaded your monthly forecast yet. So I'm going to cover this here, okay, like I normally would. But anyways, okay, so your 7th house is your house of close relationships and partnerships. It's a business, romantic, close friend. This is also the house of competition and open enemies and contracts of any kind, even a handshake deal or verbal, okay? Now, you know, Taurus is your opposite sign, right? So something is going on here in a relationship, close relationship that you have with someone. And God only knows how it's going to go, okay? These two planets together, Mars and Uranus, kind of brings up like energy that just explodes anywhere. You're not really sure how it's going to go. It's going to be something really good, could be something not so good, but not really bad, okay? Because there's a couple transits after this I'll get to in a minute. But anyways, you could be totally like in oblivion in a relationship with someone that you think everything's just perfectly fine, and then all of a sudden you find out it isn't. Okay, this is romantic, could be business too. You could have all along thought that everything was going well, you know, with your business or a client that you have, or in romance. Maybe there's somebody that this could even be like a marriage, you know, where somebody just, and you've been married a long time possibly, where somebody just wakes up one morning and says to you, I want a divorce, or if you don't want to do that, I want to see other people, I want an open marriage, you know, I'm leaving you to go off and find myself. I'm going to backpack around Europe. It doesn't matter that I'm in my 70s, 60s, 70s. I didn't get to do it when it was really, really popular in the 70s. Okay? Whatever. So anything unpredictable could happen within your relationships. Your even a close friend could really surprise you at this time. But, okay, so like on Tuesday, August 2nd, Venus in Cancer in your 9th house sextiles Uranus in Taurus in your 7th house. And on August 3rd, Wednesday, Venus in Cancer in your 9th house sextiles Mars in your 7th house of Taurus. So you've got these very nice sextiles helping care that may have, you know, whatever it may have happened with this relationship, okay? So as far as, let's say, business goes, you know, the 9th house is foreign anything. It's import-export business, actually. But it's people that are possibly from a different background than yours, a different country, come from another country. This is also the house of higher learning and knowledge. You know, a lot of times maybe at this time, though, you know, maybe you feel that you may know a little bit more than whomever it is you're dealing with as far as your close relationships go. In business, I would have to say that maybe you are really able to convince this person that you know what you're doing. Maybe they don't. It's best for you to lead the business the way you always have, or if you haven't, maybe this is the time that you should start, because maybe there were things occurring there that you were unaware of that you now have to go in and clean up, but it doesn't look like it's too bad, okay? If this is in a romantic relationship, there's still something that you're able to point out with this person, how much you have in common, like not your differences, but your likeness. You know, all of the things that you share with this person probably outweigh far more than the things, any differences that you may have with them. Okay, same thing goes with like a close friend. Okay, so on Sunday, August 7th, Venus in Cancer in your 9th house trines Neptune transiting in your 5th house of Pisces. And on the same day, Mars in Taurus in your 7th house squares Saturn transiting in your 4th house of Aquarius. So some of this might have to do with romance, okay, with that very nice trine from your 9th house where you have Venus right now to Neptune in your 5th house of romance, and or creativity though too. This could be even regarding some kind of creative project that you're involved in, and the legalities regarding it. Who owns what, or who owns the right to this or that? Who has a copyright? Ugh. You know, was it a work for hire? It wasn't, as far as you're concerned, right? And anyways, this square from Mars in your 7th house to Saturn in your home, your 4th house of home and family. Okay, just means that, you know, that, again, we're back to somebody just being kind of like a pain in the ass. And in regards to, let's say if it is a spouse, your living arrangement or the house period, the home, you know, just maybe wanting to make even some kind of changes there. Or maybe you do, you know, maybe you want this person to leave. Even, you know, maybe you're tired of them and you're tired of the changes they're trying to make. You're going to make a few of your own. Okay. So for Aries, okay, on Monday, August 1st, Mars in Taurus conjuncts Uranus in Taurus in your 2nd house where you have the sign of Taurus. Okay, and I covered these in more detail in the monthly forecast, but I haven't uploaded yours yet, so I'm going to cover it in detail here like I normally would for aspects, okay? But anyways, Mars conjunct Uranus in your 2nd house of income. Income, I mean, this is like, and this is an effect for a while, okay? This is sudden occurrences obviously happening in your money, how you earn your money. You could have a windfall of some kind, very unexpected. You could have invested in something just to do it and find out that it's going like really well. You're having a really good return on your investment. Just, you could find out, I would have to say that, you know, 2nd house is your possessions, your valuables, but also your personal values. This is also the house of hidden talents, okay, that usually brings them to the surface when any planet is transiting here. And Uranus, obviously transiting here, will help to do that. But you may own something that is considered a collectible, or something very rare that you could find out is worth a ton of money, or at least a lot more than you ever expected, okay? Very surprising here, okay? A lot of times the energy between these two planets is unpredictable. You're not sure really which way it's going to go. But you have Jupiter in your 1st house, and you have like a lot of things really helping you at this time. So I'm going to have to say that this is a burst of income or sudden windfall or something like that. And like I said, again, it's not just in effect for August 1st. It is in effect for a while. Okay. On the next day, okay, on Tuesday, August 2nd, Venus in Cancer in your 4th house sextiles Uranus in Taurus in your 2nd house. And on Wednesday, August 3rd, Venus in Cancer in your 4th house sextiles Mars in Taurus in your 2nd house. So you've got this really nice aspect of Venus sextiling these planets in your second house of income. Okay, now your fourth house is your home, where you live, the people you live with. It's your family, it's your personal life. I'm going to have to say that maybe even though there's nothing going on in your eighth house of legacies and inheritances, nothing transiting there right now. I am going to have to say, though, because the fourth house is your foundation, your past, your childhood, okay? Maybe something from your past is re-entering your life, and it is bringing you an awful lot of luck, and especially money. You know, something is going on here, but it may have something even to do with your property. You may find out that where you live is actually something very valuable. You know, something that is worth a lot more than you originally thought. Okay, where your home, your land, if you live in an apartment, there's something possibly, you know, in that apartment that maybe someone left or whatever. Time for a treasure hunt. Okay, so on Sunday, August 7th, Venus in Cancer in your fourth house trines Neptune transiting, excuse me, in your 12th house of Pisces, and on the same day, Mars in Taurus in your second house squares Saturn transiting in your 11th house of Aquarius. So, not a big deal at all here, you know, very nice transit from your fourth house of Venus to Neptune in your 12th house of behind the scenes actions taken by you or someone else. I believe that there's just something possibly going on in your home life or your personal life that makes you feel a little bit more secure. That's all. You could even have some kind of prophetic dream at this time that takes you back to your childhood, that reminds you of something. You know, it's got to be something possibly about your past that could be very valuable to you at this time. Okay, now the square from Mars in your second house to Saturn in your 11th house of dreams, hopes, and wishes, your friends, any kind of organization that you belong to, but it's like your most sociable house, okay? I would have to say that, you know, you're just trying to figure out if you want to spend any kind of money socializing with your friends or attending some kind of event that you had planned on, seeing a live show of some kind, or maybe even a get-together that could possibly be, you know, happening at your place, but more than likely you're going to possibly decide not to go to something, and it could be because there may be someone there. First of all, you don't want to spend the money. Secondly, there's someone there that just really gets on your nerves. It's in your group of friends. They're not necessarily your friend, but they're a friend of a friend, and they're always there. Okay.